World War I wasn't just another conflict. It was a global shockwave that redrew maps, destroyed empires, and changed how wars were fought forever. It all started in 1914, when Archduke Franz Ferdinand of Austria-Hungary was assassinated in Sarajevo. That single bullet triggered a chain reaction. Old alliances activated, and Europe plunged into war. Two sides emerged: the Central Powers, Germany, Austria, Hungary, and the Ottoman Empire. The Allies, France, Britain, Russia, and later the United States. Nations called millions to arms. Few expected it to last more than a few months. But the war got stuck. Trenches stretched for hundreds of miles. Soldiers lived in mud, surrounded by rats and death. Artillery thundered non-stop, and no one moved more than a few miles for years. This war introduced horrifying technology: machine guns that mowed down waves of men, tanks that crushed through enemy lines, airplanes for bombing, and poison gas that choked soldiers in their trenches. In 1917, after Germany sank civilian ships and sent the infamous Zimmermann telegram, the U.S. entered the war. American soldiers brought fresh energy, helping push the Central Powers back. By late 1918, Germany and its allies were worn out. The war ended on November 11th, but peace came at a price. The Treaty of Versailles in 1919 blamed Germany and demanded crushing reparations. Over 16 million people died. The Austro-Hungarian, Ottoman, German, and Russian empires all collapsed. The scars of the war left bitterness that would erupt again just 20 years later. World War I reshaped everything: politics, warfare, borders, and society. And while it ended, the aftershocks are still felt today. The aftermath of World War I. World War I ended in 1918, but peace didn't last. The Treaty of Versailles, signed in 1919, blamed Germany for the war and forced it to pay massive reparations. The economy collapsed, and the German people were humiliated. Meanwhile, new countries formed, old empires crumbled, and political instability spread across Europe. In the chaos, extremist ideologies took root. In Italy, Benito Mussolini promised to restore glory and power. In Germany, Adolf Hitler and the Nazi Party used anger and fear to gain support. By the 1930s, Hitler had become chancellor and quickly turned Germany into a dictatorship. Hitler began rebuilding the military and ignoring the Treaty of Versailles. He invaded the Rhineland, annexed Austria, and took parts of Czechoslovakia, all while Britain and France tried to appease him. In 1939, Hitler signed a secret pact with the Soviet Union and then invaded Poland. Britain and France finally had enough. On September 1st, 1939, Germany invaded Poland. 2 days later, Britain and France declared war on Germany. World War II had officially begun. It would become the deadliest conflict in human history, involving over 100 million people across the globe. World War I didn't just end with a treaty. It left wounds that led directly to the next World War. It's a powerful reminder that unresolved issues, economic hardship, and nationalism can set the world on fire again. And that's how one war planted the seeds for another. In the next video, we'll dive deep into World War II, how it started, who fought, and how it reshaped the planet forever. Make sure to subscribe so you don't miss it.